Hi guys, I'm Chloe with Brit and Co. It's so nice to meet you.
Hi,
Thanks for chatting with me.
of course. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
chatting with us.
Yes, first off, congratulations on this movie. I think it's going to be a huge conversation starter. And I just loved getting to experience it. I'm so excited for the world to experience it.
Aw.
But to start, one of my favorite things about seeing the finished product is just how incredible Kristen and Steven are. And I would love to hear from an internal perspective, what was it like bringing the story to life with them, and if there was like a standout moment throughout bringing the story to life?
I
The
go first.
first table read was really nice. The first time that Steven and Kristen met each
Yeah,
other.
because they really embodied the
And we all
parts.
sat down at the table, and Steven had so many thoughts about it. Brilliant, deep, discerning thoughts.
Very satellite.
And he started talking about them, and then Kristen was just like, I have no idea. Let's just read it. And then they both laughed and we laughed, and it just was like, yeah, everybody has such a distinct personality, but everybody is equal in the fact that they're searchers, explorers, and they're curious, and that's what I feel like the four of us kind of did together.
And the first day on set, like being able to be nervous with them.
Yeah.
Like, they were nervous, like anybody is nervous, and I was nervous, and their nervousness made me feel better, and I think my nervousness probably made them feel better. And it's
Yeah.
just like this because we were creating on day one, we started creating Deja and Liam
Mm,
because we needed to create Deja and Liam so that me and I am could exist. And
mm.
so that like creation of these characters that are so far away from who Kristen and Steven are,
Yeah.
and so much that they, like the fight against the presentational brand itself that they were embodying for these characters.
Yeah.
Well, it was just that was my favorite day, the first day on set. We also got to do some acting exercises, like just some movement mirroring exercises and leading with like different parts of your body with them in the XN suits, which we ended up animating later on and using in the movie. But just like doing those fun, playful things and creating a space where everybody could explore and experiment was the best.
Yes. And this is such an interesting and such a cool intersection almost between like rom-com and sci-fi movie. And I would love to know if y'all took inspiration from any particular directors or any particular movies while you were figuring out how you wanted this movie to look and feel.
Well, the first thing was with the science fiction idea, we built the buoy and satellite as animatronic props that we took around the world to an icy lake in Alberta, the Salish Sea off of the coast of Vancouver, and then Death Valley in California. And just working with those props and like shooting these two robots amidst like these huge landscapes, like really like felt like, I don't know, like George Lucas shooting like A New Hope, or like Jim
Mm.
Henson back in the day. And it felt like a really pure and fun form of filmmaking. But then we took those robots and we sort of gave it the Douglas Sirk treatment or something. And like we were so inspired by
Old Hollywood.
melodrama and screwball comedies, and we sort of, anthropomorphized these two inanimate objects through like those classic love story tropes and feelings and sounds and looks from, classic Hollywood.
Yeah. And final question, the film is such like a stark representation of what social media can feel like and kind of how it can affect your life, which is one thing that really took me aback, and I really loved that part of the film. Did your own approach to social media either in like how did it influence the story, but also did it change throughout bringing the story to life? Did you kind of think about it in that way as you were kind of writing and what have you?
Um, yeah, I mean, the brand itself is
Mhm.
almost like a new beast.
Yeah.
I mean, actors and, public people have always kind of dealt with this like brand itself. But now just like laymen, like just me and you are dealing with the brand itself. And how we're just identifying ourselves based on like this one kind of view, this one
Mm.
corner of ourselves that's on the internet.
Yeah.
Whereas we would used to like gain like ideas about ourselves from different spheres of life that we pass through. Now we have a score online, and we have this many followers, we have this many likes, like this is our like, reputation economy that like, the gap between self and branded self is massive. It's
Yeah.
so big. And I think we didn't really know that. We didn't really consider that going into it. And now we're all stepping back and looking at it and being like, "Oh my God, who are we?"
Yeah.
I'm not that one-sided flat object that's on the internet. I'm more that could ever be captured in this tiny little box.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me again, and congratulations again. This is
Thanks a lot.
a cool project.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too.